Now, infrastructure generally. Let's speak about infrastructure generally. Mr. Oji, you are an information person, so you need to understand also the fact that information is important, and messaging and the right messages is also important, because many things these days is visual. Things are seen. So now, can you talk about infrastructure development in Ebonyi State and the Midas touch on what the governor is doing to sustain this, even after he's gone? He's in his second term right now, so in about 3 years' time, he will not be here. So what kind of sustainable development he has put in place to ensure even the next person that comes will continue from that particular stride?
The governor is connecting all the rural communities because it's liaising with development partners, with donor agencies, to ensure that we get all the rural roads constructed. The idea of the governor is that we needed to open up all the places to make for private sector, economy to thrive, to attract, development, that is even, that is scattered across the entire nooks and crannies of the state. And that is why today, as I speak with you, we are celebrating the neatest and strongest and smoothest road in the whole of Nigeria. We are celebrating that. As I'm speaking with you, we are celebrating Africa's biggest ecumenical center ever built by a government. It's bigger than the national ecumenical center in Abuja. Most beautiful, it's like heaven on earth. It has about 15,000 number seating capacity, the main board, and it has a lot of facilities, including lifts and all of that. You need to see it. When you see it, the governor said that his idea is that wherever you are as an Ebonyian, you can turn back and look, even in the face of coronavirus pandemic. Well, once you turn back and look towards that ecumenical center, you ask God, I need this problem to be solved, that God will solve it, because he, like David, or like the father of Solomon, had to build a befitting worshiping center for God. This worshiping center is a multi-functional worshiping center, whereby even social functions that are very good is being entertained. You can do all that there. Now we have what is called President Muhammad Buhari, a light tunnel. This light tunnel is the biggest in Africa. We are not exaggerating, it's standing there for you to come and see. It's a four-way light tunnel that shines, that has the greatest beautiful shining feature in the night, and you need to behold it. Now this multi-dimensional facility is connecting to our industrial facilities. We have the ecumenical center that is connected to. We have the shopping mall. By the way, this shopping mall is the biggest shopping mall ever built by any government, whether state government or federal government, in the history of Africa. I'm not exaggerating. It is housing more than 3,000 shops, modern shops. And I can tell you that it's bigger than even the ShopRite. It is almost 90% completion as I speak with you. So this multi-dimensional tunnel is linking to all these facilities. It's also linking by the way, through the international market. And I want to tell you that this international market is the biggest in the southeast, having a link between the Trans-Sahara highways linking towards Cross River at the other end. So we're expecting that we could be having marketers from Ogoja, from Cross River, from Cameroon by the time the bridge between Nigeria and Cameroon is fixed. So it's Africa's Trans-Sahara way. That is the place where this national market is located. Very beautiful, the most beautiful, if not one of the most beautiful in Africa, I tell you. You need to see it. And as I speak with you, the governor is doing what is called ultra-modern stadium, in addition to the stadium that he fixed when he came on board. And that stadium that he fixed is the best in the southeast. But he's building another ultra-modern stadium that is going to be one of the best in Nigeria. I am not exaggerating. Now, I tell you about the airport, the national airport that he's building. It's sitting on 4x4 kilometer land, having 3.5 runway. So it's fashioned after Abuja International Airport and that of Lagos. So it's going to be one of the best. The construction is solidly going on, so I speak with you. So these are the things that the governor has done. If I go to the area of health, you appreciate the governor also had to trace our priority areas, sectors. Health is one of them, agriculture is one of them. I've talked about infrastructure, which has done extensively very well. In the area of health, apart from the virology center which he has built, that virology center actually does a lot in solving our Lassa fever problem in other states. Now, this virology center also has been worked on to also help in solving the coronavirus problem. So as I speak with you, the virology center has been selected by the federal government as a center of excellence for the treatment those that have a coronavirus. I will not tell you about cases from other states because we don't have the money to mention the value, the status of such cases. Now I'm talking about health, what he has done in the area of health. The governor also is building what is going to be one of the biggest colleges of medicine. That medicine is going to be a wonder because it's going to have a place for cure of issues of heart diseases, all those terminal diseases. You wouldn't have any need to go to India, to go to outside the country to get treated. We have all the facilities, and the construction is ongoing. It's going to be a model hospital as I speak with you. So these are the things that the governor is doing, but summarily, he has done a lot to really ensure that he revamps the primary healthcare sector. Talking about the 171 wards in the state, he has ensured that all the primary healthcare centers are in place in all the wards. Now the secondary health care center, talking about the general hospitals, that he has also ensured that they are either constructed or rehabilitated or completed, as the case may be, because they started in the last regime. And so all the local government areas have general hospitals. Now the governor also is doing a lot in the area of tertiary hospital. I've mentioned the College of Medicine. I need to also tell you that he has done a lot to assist the Alex Ekweme Teaching Hospital by giving them the biggest emergency complex. It's under construction. So if I may go to agriculture, I tell you, the way he came into what is called mechanization of agriculture and commercialization of agriculture, he had to also ensure that we go into what is called 1 man, 1 hectare, 1 woman, 1 hectare, 1 public servant, 1 hectare, 1 civil servant, 1 hectare. The idea is that nobody should be idle. You should have an alternative to your business, especially when you are not in agriculture. If you are a public servant, if you are a civil servant, you should have a second address that is in agriculture, because the law allows you, whether you are a lawyer, a civil servant, a public servant, even a governor, to have farm. So farm, you are not for any reason forbidden from having farm. So the governor is encouraging us through provision of facilities, through connection with even federal government and other donor agencies, interventions in the area of agriculture, to ensure that we have massive production of rice, massive production of maize, massive production of cassava. Of course, our advantage is in cassava and maize and all of that. But as I speak with you, we are also having an advantage in the area of what we call secondary production. That is issue of productions, like issue of having fertilizer company, having rice mill, to ensure that all that will be produced from the farm will be really processed. So processing companies are there to ensure that our farm produce are not wasted. They are produced, they are produced and processed for the benefit of the people of Ebonyi State. So I may also have to go to the area of solid mineral. We are having an advantage in solid mineral development. We have a lot of potentials. And so the government is also ensuring that we work with development partners, get investors, to see how they can help us develop our solid mineral, to ensure that we engage even our teaming youths, men and women, to ensure that they are into employment. This is not only the area where we are attracting investors. We are attracting investors in agriculture, we are attracting investors in commercial ventures, and I can tell you that a lot is happening in Ebonyi State, and I can tell you that the Ebonyi State has the lowest insecurity profile. Do you know the reason? The security, because everybody is engaged. Everybody is engaged doing something. There's what is called second address system. There's also what is called the fact that Ebonyi State is like a construction site. Everywhere you go, you see people working, and when they are through for the day, they will go and sleep. And that is why even office holders, you are free to walk about. Commissioners drive themselves, because you are serving the people, and you feel free because you are delivering. Let me not bore you, but I can tell you on and on that the governor is the most excellent. In national politics, he has played with maturity. He does not believe in political party coloration. He believes that after elections comes governance. This governance is all inclusive governance. That means that everybody in Ebonyi, whether he's a PDP or APC, you're under him. Therefore, he should rule with the heart of a father that has many children. That's the way he thinks about politics. He also believes in one Nigeria. He also believes that Nigeria can one day get better. But by the way, let me tell you what is doing in the area of power sector. I have never seen this. A situation whereby from 6 p.m. to 6 in the morning, there is power supply non-stop in Ebonyi State. I am not exaggerating. All the street lights are on from 6 to 6. Anybody can tell you, can testify this.
And finally, let me just take your last word on what's going on in Ebonyi State in terms of infrastructure development and many other things, and also to thank you and for giving us this opportunity to speak with you just on impromptu like this. But it's also important that we also understand the goings on around, and we will be back again to also look at a very comprehensive report on Ebonyi State, looking at infrastructure development, and also I'm told that the governor is being proposed for the CED magazine Governor of the Year, Infrastructure Governor of the Year. So that I believe that something is going to happen that will bring us to come and do a very important documentary. Thank you again for joining us. For your last word before we go.
That if this kind of person has the opportunity, of taking up leadership at the national level, the difference will be clear. I can tell our people, Nigerian people, that all hope is not lost. Nigeria may one day be correct when we get people like the governor of Ebonyi State. He's really an excellent man. He's doing very, very well.
Thank you again, Mr. Oji, for spending time to speak with us today on Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader.
Thank you.
We've been speaking with Mr. Oji, the Information Commissioner and Orientation in Ebonyi State, and he's been sharing his thought with us and what is currently going on in terms of the COVID-19 pandemic, infrastructure development in Ebonyi State. Watch out for a very comprehensive documentary that will be coming on Inside Business from that state. And also, the governor, being an engineer, he's been nominated for CED Magazine Infrastructure Governor of the Year 2020. It's been Kenneth Odushola Stevenson presenting Inside Business Africa. Thank you again for watching. See you next time.